Thanks for watching.
What's poppin',
Hey,
y'all?
hey, what's
Yo,
poppin'?
we are back here in the building.
Yes, we are. We are in the house. I'm your girl, Lady Free.
I'm your boy, Pastor J. And by the way, we do own the rights to this music.
Come on now. Okay, so listen, if this is your first time joining us here at Shift Real Talk TV, we want to just thank you guys for joining us today at Shift. This is Shift Real Talk Tuesdays. We air every Tuesday, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. So today I'm super excited because I have a special guest who's dear to me. It's my sister from another mister, of course, Miss Erica B.
Hello.
Y'all
Yes.
listen, this one is going to be good.
Listen, y'all. Listen, we are here,
one.
man. First of all, before we move on, we just want to take the time to just tell this busy young. When I tell
Yeah,
you,
come on.
When I tell you, she is in every play, every movie that's about to come out. Y'all gonna see her. She's. I'm
better
looking.
speak
I'm
that,
looking for
okay?
Tyler to. I'm looking for her to be in one of them TV
Come
shows
on.
on BT OWN.
Come
But
on.
she is in a lot of plays.
Yes,
you can
she
look her
is.
up. She's well known out here in the city of Houston.
Yes, she
And she
is.
has she has her own ministry. And it's okay to
It's
say
okay
yes.
to say
So
yes.
she has a lot going on in the community. She's a community activist. She's also a woman of God.
Come on.
And we just thank her for looking down on little old us and
Just
Shift
looking down
Real
on
Talk
little old us.
and said, I'm going to be able to pay y'all a visit after us
Yes.
trying to get her for the last 2 years.
years.
And she was able
2
to come
years.
today.
Yes.
So thank you. So
Thank
Erica,
you,
let's say
Erica
hello to the
B.
people. Tell them, hey, I don't know. Did I cover it all or
I think you pretty much covered it all.
Yeah.
I think you covered it all. And then some.
Oh, man.
He hyping it up. It
Yeah.
up, you guys.
listen? And that got to be hard because it has to be hard because your mother, I mean, you wear a lot of hats. You wear a lot of hats.
Yes, she
like
does.
truly, like you are truly a strong black. Thank God for our strong black women, man.
Come on.
I gotta give
Let's
y'all
do it.
a what you call it, a power fist like that. That's what we call it. Not a thumbs up, but a power fist.
power
But listen,
fist.
man, we got a great show at planned. Today's topic, man, we really just came up with it just now.
Actually, we didn't, baby.
No, I'm talking about the one that we have now.
Actually, it's on the flyer, babe.
It's on there.
All right,
It's
well,
on
I'm a
the
little
flyer.
behind then. I'm
It's
sorry.
all right.
I'm a little behind.
It's
Okay, it's
okay.
okay. It's okay. But what is it? The
Me that people don't see. This is Erica B, baby. She's
Hey,
giving
niece.
us the exclusive today
my baby.
because she says her story is gonna help somebody, and people don't understand. Like, we try to hide our story
Oh, yeah.
because we want people to see, especially today with social media and everything. We need people to see the unflawed version of who we are.
Right.
And because you do a lot of plays and everything, I went through your Facebook trying to find a picture, right? And all I saw was smiles.
Aww.
Every picture, except for maybe 2, was a big smile.
Yeah, that's
Big
true.
smile.
That is so true because a lot of times people only see the results, but they
Right.
don't see what we went through to get to those
Come
results.
on.
So a lot of times, even in relationships that we get into,
Mm-hmm.
relationships that kind of shaped where we are today,
Right.
it came from somewhere. So I want to ask you this question, Erica.
Okay.
What was it that? Because I'm sure we all been through some things. We've all,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
everybody has been through something, but it was really designed to be our purpose. So to get to where you are right now, and I hope I'm not rushing, this conversation, but I really want to get into like what were some of the things that you went through that you could share with us today.
I like that. Get into it.
Okay, yeah, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, one of you. Read our entire title. Do you have it? Read
okay.
the
Yes,
I don't have the title.
entire title.
Okay.
I sure do.
Let's do it.
Um,
Let's do it.
What our actually our actual conversation
Got
is
you.
about.
All right.
Okay.
So let me go to
Yeah. See,
the entire.
and
the
while she's doing that,
entirety-
yeah, and while she's doing that, they have gave me the biggest and the greatest introductory. So I thank you guys. I
Oh,
thank
you are so welcome.
And these are my pushers, as I call them.
Yeah.
I mean, it has taken us 2 years to get here, but I always say in God's perfect timing.
Right.
Okay,
That's right.
in
Yeah.
God's perfect timing, because this lady
Okay.
right here is my pusher. Okay, come on with
Oh,
that
and
title.
I will make sure I keep pushing too. I can't
Yes.
help it. Okay, so it is Who is Erica B? Below the surface, the me people don't see. I love that.
And the addiction.
To love.
There it is.
Oh,
There it
wow.
is. So we're going to get into this thing, because what people always see is, like you said, the smile.
Yep.
We keep the representative out. I've learned that I'm very capable of keeping my representative out, probably a little more than others, because I am an actress.
Right.
Because I have disguised for so long, because I have been able to just keep that representative out. And
Right.
that was something, believe it or
Right.
not, that was taught to me. That you know, your upbringing, that Southern upbringing, you whatever goes on in the house
That's
stays in the
fine.
house.
Right.
Yes.
We don't talk our business. You don't go out of here
Right.
with a face looking sad. And that's Bible too. You know, if you fasting, you're not supposed to wear that on your
Right,
face.
you're not supposed to
to
wear
wear
it.
that. So they would take that and say, you don't go out here telling our business. You don't go
Telling
out here
our
looking
business.
like
Yeah.
you looking.
Airing
Better
all your
straighten
dirty
your
laundry.
face up.
Right.
So it was very easy, and you was groomed, whether you know it or not, to keep that representative out and always
Right.
smile. So it's
Wow.
easy for me to do that. But underneath and below the surface, because on the surface it looks good when you see, you know, you doing this, you're busy here.
Yeah.
Like y'all said, I have It's Okay to Say Yes, which is my nonprofit, which we help those that is less fortunate, no matter if it's a meal, no matter if it's a clothes or whatever it is, or just being a resource. Like I tell people, I just want to be the plug sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't have to have everything that you need, but if I can hook you up with Pastor
Yeah.
Jay
Yeah.
or Sister Free, because you know what, they ministry have this for you, whatever it is, sometimes you just have to be the resource, but be something.
Yes.
And so you see all that going on. Christian counseling, a lot of people are just really kind of annoying, because you know you keep some things to yourself. Because my Christian counseling came for me first.
Come on.
It
That's
came
what
from
happened.
me first. Y'all understand what I'm saying
That's
when
what
I say come
happens.
from
Come
me?
on.
It came from me first. So
Come
I had to get all
on.
this under control. And it's still not. And that's what I'm here to talk about, because underneath the surface, I still have issues.
Yeah.
I still have things that bothers me.
Right.
And that addiction to love. Free added that addiction to love on there.
Yeah.
That is one of my, I don't want to call it a flaw, because I have a loving heart, I'm able to love on God's people as
Right.
well. I'm able to love the less fortunate and do the things that I do because I do have a love, but it
Right.
also makes you vulnerable.
All right, so I remember, and we're gonna let Pastor Jay. We're not gonna take over today because the men been saying that he need help up here when we have females on. But we just gonna go. I remember asking you in our pre-interview. I said, "Okay, so tell me about you," and you was like, "Okay, well, above the surface," and you start talking about real, like nicey nice, everything above the surface. And I said, no. Tell me about below the surface. I want to know, I want people to understand your story.
Right.
I want people to really get a chance to hear something that you have to say, because you're a powerhouse. She got on there, and after, before the interview was over, she was preaching. She was preaching to me because she was overflowing.
I guess, like, for an example, here's an example. Like, when I was younger, I grew up seeing a level of abuse. The level of abuse that I've seen, it shaped when I got older and got into relationships, because anything that looked like that abuse, it would be a trigger. So I would either shut down or I would either get angry, and it caused me to
Explode.
respond quickly.
Right.
So because of that, that was something that, and then too, when I got older, I really honestly didn't know how to deal with it. So what I did was, when I got older, instead of me dealing with it, I dealt with it in other ways. So I got with people to help not to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Right.
my question to you is, what were some of the things that you've dealt with when you were younger that probably triggered as you got older, when you started dating, or, you know, as you were looking to date?
Yeah.
Right. As I've kind of looked back in my own past, because that addiction to love is real for me. I don't know if some of you women out there really want to put it out there, but some of us just love love, and we love the idea of love, and we love the idea of being in love
Yeah.
and everything. So we end up in situations sometimes that don't even love us back. Not even knowing. Let's talk about that too. Knowing that they're not even good for us, but we so addicted to wanting to be loved that we ignore the flags, or we ignore the signs, knowing good and well that is not the one for you. That's not the one for you. But you got to go back and see, why am I like that?
Yeah.
Why am I starving for love so much? And one thing I thought about was, I've always been in my family, I would say, everybody's child.
Okay.
And I recently learned that. That was something I kind of recently learned. And I was like, well, you know, I've pretty much stayed with everybody in my family. My mom was a single mom. She worked a lot. But I stayed with everybody. And grandmother and you know, y'all know how the Louisiana families is. We don't come to Texas until it's time to go to school, and then we
You
go
from
right
Louisiana?
back. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I go back home to my grandma, and I come here. But I noticed I would cling on to people. And my friend's mother would become mom, and I would call them mom. And they wasn't just mom. They were, if I called you mom, you my mama. You
Right.
know, I
Yeah.
clinged on. And later on, I started saying, why you so clingy to people? What are you missing?
Yeah.
What made you feel like you got to call everybody mama and like mean it? It wasn't like, oh, that's my mom. No, that's my mom, and I mean that.
Yeah.
What happened to you, sis? What happened? So then I started searching a little more and searching a little more. Why you be looking for that kind of love?
Yeah.
I'm looking for all the kind of love, all the kind of attention except the right one. And I had no idea why. And it's because later on I realized I felt like nobody really loved me. I'm everybody's child. I'm here and there. I'm with this one and that one. And I was an abused child. I'm talking about some serious abusement, you know. And I went through some trauma in that, and then it made me feel unloved. That is my scenario.
Right.
That is what I have come up with.
Yeah.
That in all of that, it made me feel unloved.
Yeah.
And I knew my dad loved me, but he only came around when it was his turn or whatever. And don't get me wrong, I would have a ball. Love my daddy to death, you know,
Yeah.
love my mom to death, because I know her being a single mom, she worked. But let me tell you something, baby, when she went off, she went off. She went hard. She went hard in the paint on you.
Yeah.
And growing up and just being around everybody made me feel some type of way. I started feeling like nobody really loved me. Now, I knew my dad, after a while, loved me. As I got older, I knew he loved me. I knew I had an aunt that passed away. And right now today, like, my voice trembles talking about her, because when she passed, I was like, oh my God, my grandmother and her gone. I don't have nobody here that loves me.
Nobody loves me.
Nobody here that loves me like they love me.
Wow.
Nobody.
You know
Now,
what I
my
really,
mom, oh, I'm sorry.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
yeah. You know what I realized? I mean, because kind of hearing your story, it's like I believe everybody kind of went through something similar. And I say that to say because, you know, growing up the same way, I felt, I don't know, because I was the child that everybody wanted to bring to their house the
Everybody's
same
Yeah.
way.
child. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I believe that a lot of times when there's purpose on your life, there's a level of protection that God puts up around you. So he'll have you over here, not that they don't love you, but because he loves you.
Yes.
So because he loves you, he'll put you in situations
Yes.
not to harm you, but to protect you.
Right.
So I believe a lot of us goes through that level of protection when God truly has us experiencing certain things. And I was listening to Miles Monroe today,
it.
and I won't even take credit for this, but Miles Monroe said this, and because I used to believe this, that experience is the best teacher. But truly, experience is not the best teacher. The best teacher is wisdom. It's
Yes.
not, because the Bible says we perish because of the lack of knowledge.
Not
There you
even
go.
we. He
Lack
said
of-
my people.
Yeah, my people
My people.
perish because of the lack of knowledge. So what experience does, it causes us to not move forward because of what we've been through.
Wow.
It's like, I done been through that already. Oh, I done felt I didn't love. So now
You
when I
see
get
it,
into
you be like,
I
I seen that movie. See, I know how this gonna end.
Yeah.
Not
Do y'all
again.
hear an echo?
Yeah, there's an echo in the room.
There it
There's
is.
There you go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And you be like, no.
No, I seen that. Yeah, yeah.
I know how
I
that's
see-
gonna end.
exactly.
I'm not even giving you a chance to do
You're not even
that,
doing
this
it.
or that.
Yes.
Well,
But you're right about the because see, I came to a realization of why I was everybody's child.
Wow,
Okay.
come on.
I sometime I was everybody's child in my family because I felt like that was their way of protecting me. But then when I got to the place where I could confront them, and I really just confronted my family 2 years ago. Now, I don't know if they took it seriously or not, but I told them, I'm angry at you. I'm angry at all of you. So let me understand something. You knew what was happening to me. You knew everything I was going through, the hell I was going through. You knew sometimes that she could be a little crazy. And y'all left me there? Oh, well, Erica, y'all left me there. I'm not trying to hear it. You left me there. This was just a few years back. So you can be any age, any time. But if you get that relationship with God, he'll start opening up some things to you so you can heal. And that was my way of healing. Now, I did tell them it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, but I needed you to know that I am angry with you, that y'all knew, and I felt like you didn't do anything. But then I had to see what you seen, my brother, that was their way. Because in my era, you don't talk family business. We just talked about that. You don't say nothing. You don't bring that out the house. You don't address the parents. You don't address the uncles that touching the children. You just be like, keep them children away from him. You so here. And where the children? Where they at?
Yeah.
Just keep them away.
Keep them away. We don't address it and say, you get away. We still invite them to the family functions like we know he ain't no pedophile right here touching these kids or whatever it may be. We don't address it because we keep that in there. So they didn't address it. But what they did was, she can come over here.
Wow.
We'll keep her. So everybody kept me.
Wow.
So I take that as you were keeping me to keep me away,
protect me.
Yeah.
to protect me.
Come on.
And you're protecting me because you know my mom had a lot on her plate.
Yeah.
And she would be explosive because here she is single. She's doing the best she know how to.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of let that go.
Yeah.
I had to realize that she's only doing what she's capable of knowing.
Wow.
She only did. So when they hurt you, sometimes you have to, the forgiveness is for you.
Yeah.
Forgive them.
Yeah.
But
that's true.
it's for you. It's for you. So I had to understand that she was doing the best. Even though her best was cray. I am seasoned.
Uh-huh.
But you all can't see, but if you look right there, that is from elementary school, sweetheart. That's still there.
Wow.
So
you still
if
have your
that you still
scars.
have those scars
Right.
inside and physical. And
Yeah.
until we start having a relationship with God, until you start coming to him and pouring out and asking him to pour
Come on,
in
sis,
those
talk
empty
about it.
places, those hurtful places, then you will be in this place of picking nonsense and looking at, is my picker broke? Because I told my
Okay,
sister the other
come
day,
on now.
my
I was
picker
getting
must
into
be
that.
broke.
So,
Because I
okay.
keep picking situations that keep me
You keep calling
bounded.
these men situations.
Because you're not real. Because you're not real.
But you know what we
They're
do?
not
Look,
authentic. They're not
that's-
real
that's-
men. What do you
that's
want me to
great.
call you? We're gonna call a thing. I'm not gonna call you narcissistic. I'm gonna call you a liar. Use a cheat. Use a nothing. Cause see, to me, that narcissistic is such a cute package. Ain't nothing cute about you. You a lying dog. That's what you is.
Come on,
so
real.
I'm not. I need real shit
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
So yeah, narcissistic. Yeah, it's all of it wrapped up in one. If you do it, but I'm gonna call you what she is because
I believe I hear you. That's beautiful.
Come on,
I mean, not
sis.
beautiful.
Come
That
on,
is
sis.
awesome what you're
It's
saying.
real.
and it's real what you're saying. But the thing is, like you said, you showed a scar on your hand, but when you showed that scar on your hand, I immediately saw the scars that came from here.
Wow.
Right.
That came from the heart, because it's what we experience that really
Shape
affects how we are, and it affects how we even respond to certain things. So like I said earlier, it was like certain things that I'd never dealt with. When I got older and I started getting into situations, I got into situations because I felt that this would cover what I didn't really want to see from myself.
Oh yeah.
Because like you said, I didn't feel loved. I felt like I was this bad person because I did the same thing. I lied. I cheated. That I was that person. But I'm saying that to say, because a lot of women, when they see a guy do that, I know what he's doing, but a lot of times guys do that in response to what they're really hiding.
Yeah.
Because I really honestly didn't want to deal with myself. So I got with women to help me
Deal with
ignore
it.
it.
Ignore it.
To help me ignore it. Because if I really sat, I told my wife the other day, when I really sat by myself, when I got single and and I spent the time with myself, it was like, wow, I'm really not a bad person. I'm really not this dude that I portray. That I got out here. Exactly, because it was just smoke and mirrors.
Right.
That's what
And the thing that tripped me out about that was he said that he was scared to be single because he thought that the him he saw when he was by himself was going to be real ugly. He thought it was going to be it was like, I'm a bad guy. But once he got, that's the trick. Yeah. Once he got by himself and once he was able to truly be single, he had to face himself and realize, man, I'm not a bad dude.
Yeah. So a lot of guys that you see, go ahead.
Oh, no. But women help that too. Because in our not knowing who we are, not knowing where our issues come from, and not being able to heal ourselves, we will build a man. I can fix it.
Do it?
He just need a good woman. I don't know how many times I've done that. I'm talking about me. He just need a good woman to show him love and be there for him and show you that I got your back. Baby, if he broke, you can't build a bear, okay? Send it back. Return to sender if it's broke, because all it's going to do is continue your brokenness.
Come on.
Send it back. Understand me? There are some things that we connect ourselves to that we know good and well. You've seen the red flags, but because we addicted to this love that we think we want, we don't know what the real love is, because we ain't connected with God and let God pour in us and show us real love. And I'm here where I am right now. Y'all see the Erica? The one that's on the acting.
Yeah.
But
on real talk.
Real talk. Come on. Real talk. Erica at home by herself. But I'm good because I'm learning to let some things. I have recently let some things. What was you thinking? You have those moments. What was I thinking?
Yeah.
I know that can't even go where I'm going. I know that can't even go where God has me going.
Right.
I know that can't even walk in the same door that God is blessing me through. And I promise you, as my auntie said, I promise you, if you let it go, sis, and put it in trust in God, doors and things will open for you just like that. I dropped some things off 2 days later. 2 days later, somebody was calling me for this. Somebody was blessing my foundation with that. Here come a donation for that. And God said, I just needed you to see that I got you.
And you know what?
You don't need that.
Yeah.
And when we realize, and it, Lord, it take us so long, don't it? Sometimes, sis. Y'all hear me out there. Talk back to me, because y'all know it take us so long sometimes to see that God really got us.
Yeah.
Leave that nonsense alone, and the love that we looking for. He's talking about, baby, I'm here.
Yeah.
My arms are reached out.
Yeah.
But because sometimes it's that physical, and we in these worlds and we seeing all these different social medias and these other people and they look so good, and you like, well, I'm just by myself over here. Be in your moment. Embrace where you at.
Yeah.
Learn to be thankful for where you at. I just had to tell myself this. Erica, you've been married. You've been locked down. Baby, enjoy this freedom. Why? Because God has you acting. God has a nonprofit in you to bless other people.
Yeah.
God has you opening up different things, different places. Look where I'm at. Finally here speaking. Speaking of, y'all know we're going to talk about that. I'm going to invite y'all somewhere. I'm speaking on the 23rd. It's
girl,
on the
plug
23rd. We're
it.
gonna okay.
You
On the
said you wanna be
23rd, the
plugged.
women's yes.
But you know what,
Yes.
Erica?
On the 23rd, I want y'all to come on out now.
We
We're
gotta
gonna talk
support her.
about
We gotta support her.
Yes,
and
y'all
we're gonna
got to
be there. Let
support.
us know what's gonna be at so we can
Yes.
be there. But anyway,
living your best life with Christ.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
gonna get
That's
into
it.
it.
Come on.
That's
I'm gonna get
it.
into it. If you think I'm talking now, baby, wait till I tell you living your best life with
First
Christ.
of all, you are full.
I am.
She's
pouring
full.
out.
You know what's so.
I
You know what's so. You know what's so
She
amazing.
pouring out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am.
No, it's cool. No, because this is what this is about.
Right.
Because this is real talk, and
Yeah.
and in
Yeah.
real. See, the thing is, being real and really honestly being real is now you actually able to deal with
Right.
what you really could not say earlier.
Right.
And you want somebody
and you
else
want
to get
somebody
it.
to get it.
And I
just
love
want
the
them to
passion
get it.
that
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
speaking in. It
because
looks kind of like
I'm just
I'm
watching you because
angry.
you were so nervous coming in here.
Right.
You was like,
I'm like-
And it's like I'm so angry.
and it's like, look at her.
about-
She a fireball.
Right.
Come on. But you,
and like I was saying, it just seemed like you're so angry about what you've experienced and how you may have navigated and maybe it didn't go the way. Baby, let me tell you something. We were talking about the men that you date. And we're gonna get into that too, because you're in love with being in love.
Yes,
You're
that's
in
the
love
addiction.
with love. And the thing is, the guys that you were dating, it's like when you were just not talking, I realized you was like build a man, build a bear.
Sing that, babe.
What to me, listening to you and knowing you a bit, it's like now I realize
Tell you what.
why you wanted to love those who were broken, rejected, and it's like, look at you. When
Somebody-
people look at you, they don't look at
who's Casey
a
Walker?
broken
Casey Walker.
Casey.
He said, "Where was you under the surface when you was my coach?
Wait, he said what?
Where was you under the surface? Where was you at under the surface when you was my coach?"
Casey Walker.
Oh my God! I don't-
Casey, she says she has no clue what she
Casey,
was.
what you
That is
talking
my
about?
coach.
So
That is
since-
one of my cheerleaders. So I had a
Okay.
cheerleader team for like 10 years, a track club for 10 years.
Gotcha.
I love sports. I'm still here, baby. And I'm also a Christian counselor. And you know, you can still call Auntie whenever you want to. Hit
I
me
got
up,
you. I'm
girl.
sorry.
Hit
What's
me
it?
up.
Okay, Casey, I
Since
didn't see the
Pastor Jay
picture.
interrupted me.
I'm so
Let
sorry,
me go ahead
baby.
and give
We're
some shout
sorry.
outs. No, you're good. We got Mind Provoking. Hey, Mind Provoking.
That's my favorite niece.
Yes, our niece is on the line. Pop
Right.
Jesse, he was with him, and Mind Provoking was one of the first ones. We have Lisa on the line, your sister.
Come on, sis.
LaTrue is on the line. LaTrue Cannon.
Yes.
Marissa Jackson, girl, we miss you and we love you so much.
Marissa is a playwright. I
Yes.
want you to meet her.
She is
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah,
in New
she's
York.
amazing.
We're actually in Jersey, right?
Okay.
No, Baltimore. She's in
Baltimore.
Maryland. She's out of Maryland.
Okay, and we have, like we just said, Casey is on the line. Casey Walker. Lisa just sent a whole list of people. We got Lavon. Y'all don't have my glasses on. We got Valerie. We got Sean Harris. We got Sherry Matchett. Hey, Sherry. Sierra Nicole.
That's my
Robin-
niecey.
Robertson. We got Michaela on the line. Is it Darlene or Darlene?
Darlene.
Darlene, hey
Yes.
Darlene, we got Darlene on the line. So y'all, we just doing a little shout outs. We got my sister Mia on the line, a powerhouse.
Pastor Mia.
So yeah,
Yes.
y'all just chime in. This Erica B is actually she just pouring out, y'all, and this is definitely gonna help somebody. But as I was saying before, two things real quick. You love so hard because of your background, and what you do is you try to pour that love into these men. You keep them too long.
Come on.
You keep them
Season
way
over.
too long. Season over. I love that.
Season over.
And then after that, it's
We
like
done made a moment into a season. That was supposed to have been, hey,
That was
how you
supposed to be
doing?
a moment.
Oops, you're not it.
that was, but
But
you
it
couldn't
was
see
supposed to
that.
be. It was supposed
Moment.
to be. See, the thing is, everything that we go. Remember this, and this is so true. Everything that we go through, it is orchestrated. So whatever situation that we
makes you
even
you.
put in, that we've been put in, or we placed ourselves in, it is something that you're supposed to get from that situation.
Come on,
But
Pastor
if
Jay.
you don't get it, you will make that situation into a season.
But
That's
see-
all I'm saying. Because he shows us, and you're right.
Right.
You're right. And it could have been just a test to say, let me see if you there yet.
Or-
I'm going to throw that same thing at you again.
Right.
Are you there yet? Oh, I see you still ain't there.
But see,
and
the
do you
thing
hang on
is,
to
though,
it?
sis, listen to this. It could be that he needed you to go through the entirety of that, so that you can help somebody else who's going in it or who's in it. Because then you'll be able to see the place they're in, and you're like, oh, I know where you are. I've been there.
Right.
Okay, so let me tell you how to get out of this. Let me tell you what's going on. It's
Yeah.
not always an exact replica of that situation, but I'm kin
Right.
to that. Like, I know that. Mm-hmm. And another thing I was going to say, which was not my number 2, is when you finally let that person or the whoever it was, when you detach, like someone said online, when you finally detached, that's when God says, okay, now I can give you what I have
Now
for
I can
you.
use you.
Because if I had given it to you when he was in your life, then he would have used it and it would have been used the wrong way.
Right.
So now
Holding
I
up your
can give
own
it to you.
blessings. Holding up
Yes.
your own
And
blessings.
and the thing is, like I said, it's so important that we understand that. Like I said earlier, God orchestrates every situation.
Everything,
He is the author, and he's the author.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is the author of
He is
this
the
book.
author
Yes.
of this book,
Come on.
of your
Exactly.
story,
Come
and he is
on.
the finisher of the. So
Of
he
your
writes
fate.
the
Yes,
begin.
God.
He writes the table of contents.
Oh,
he
yeah.
writes the number of pages that's
yes.
going to be in there. So every situation, and I thought like situations that because I'm the same, so I understand. But I was running to a situation,
Yeah.
but running to the situation, I didn't realize I was running from something.
Yeah.
I was running away from what I really needed to understand. And the understanding really came with who I was. So a lot of times when we get in situations, we're trying to overcompensate for what we really feel is not there.
Right.
And what's really not there is our relationship with God.
Yeah.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? Because when God is the center and he is the center of even your thoughts, because he said in all thy
your
ways,
ways.
acknowledge him.
All of
So if that means everything. My wife is teaching me this,
All of
because
it.
everything she do, I promise you, she asks God, and I'm learning this from my wife. She's saying,
Ooh.
if I get into this, Lord, is this the way to go? And the
I'm
Lord
a
has shown
student
her
of the word
Yeah.
now.
It's
I'm
like
a student, baby, because I'm learning this stuff is real and
yeah.
it's working. I don't. It's not one thing. I don't care how small it is. Lord, we have to wear army green and fatigue, and we have to have yellow accessories. I don't have any yellow accessories. Help me to know where I can go to find a little yellow jacket to put over it, so I won't.
Yeah.
And this is a
It's
real
some-
situation.
yeah.
People may think it's small, but then he'll lead me to a store, and I'm in the store, and it's like this little one yellow jacket in my
Right
size.
there for you. Right there for you.
Because I need it so I can minister without showing too much. Because you know everybody can't take my arms.
All
you know
your
everybody
brushes.
can't take all this.
and,
sex.
all that look.
and one quick nugget before we go. But one quick nugget. And a lot of times when we get in situations, thank you, God.
Come on.
A lot of times when we get in situations, what we do is we look for the triggers that will say whether we should go forward in this
Whether we should go
relationship.
forward.
But to
Come
be
on.
honest, sometimes God allows us to get in the situation because of what's in us.
What's
Right.
in us
Because what's
already.
in us could really
Come
help
on.
sow the seed to what's needed to that person that we've got
Yes.
involved with. Because
Right.
there's a purpose. Out of bad, good,
Good,
indifferent.
bad, ugly, it
There's
don't
a
matter.
purpose for every
It is. It is
situation.
written.
Right.
Bad, and like I
It
said, I've
is
gotten in
written.
some bad situations and didn't even realize that I was in that situation to help this person
To get
at
out.
least to
Yeah.
not even
Think.
just get out, but just
Okay.
sow that seed.
Yeah.
I got one better.
Yes.
Come on.
When Jesse and I broke up, we was broken up for like
Hey,
3
Gladys.
years before we decided to get back together and get married. Most people that know us know the story. Okay, so while the first year we was broke up, I was still praying for him because I actually love this dude.
Right.
We was broke up. I just couldn't be with him no more. But I was praying for him, Lord. I was praying, help him to see who he really is. Help him to see himself. Help him to stop being so inconsiderate. He don't think about nobody but himself. Help him to stop being self-centered all the time. Help him to stop being so doggone arrogant. You know, I was praying all of these things
Right.
when I was angry. But as the year went on, I started praying a little nicer prayers. And anyway, so I was single for almost the whole 3 years. This guy was dating any and everything.
I was on Match.com.
baby.
I had an all-star team.
Baby, let me tell you, he had him a starting lineup.
Yeah.
Yes,
But
Lord.
every single
Yeah.
female that he dated, God used that female to help him in a certain way that I had already prayed. And by the time he came back to me, he was considerate because one of them females was telling him how inconsiderate she was because I'm not fussy, but she was. And she would let him know how inconsiderate he was. And he wanted to work on it because I realized he's not the guy that don't want to be better. So he did work on it. One girl, she was tripping because she was very well put together, and he used to drop food on his clothes every time he turned around. And he dropped something, he just they just food and wipe it off. And I'd be like, "Are you serious? Now you got a stain. You going with me like that?" And he'd be like, but this female had him, and she would be like, "You need to change that shirt." And when he came back around to me, baby, this thing
It was all-
clean. He wouldn't
Yeah.
waste it. If he wasted something, I remember the first time he wasted something, he was like, man. And I looked like, what? Something as simple as that. He was mad because he
Yeah.
wasted something. So sometimes God connects us with people, not just so you can help them,
Yeah.
so they can help you. And I thank every last one of you ladies for what you've done. Because, baby, he came back to me right, honey.
That's
We-
right.
We still...
Oh, Lisa.
Lisa, that's right, Lisa.
Lisa said we
Idolize
idolize the relationship and put God on the
That's
back
right.
burner.
That's right.
Yes, but God
Right.
says I'm not the one that need to be cooked.
Yep. Come on.
I put
So I don't
you
need
in
to be
there
on no
because I
burner.
need you to be baked.
Yes.
And we bring the men out half baked
Put it
and
back.
expect them to taste good.
Throw it
Stop
back.
playing.
Because some of y'all are good, not even some. A lot of y'all are good women.
women.
Y'all are good women, but again, like you said, you're trying to build a bear. But the thing is, like she's saying, you take him out, you cover him from
Yeah.
what God is trying to teach him.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you get in the way, like, oh, all he needs is a good woman. No,
Yeah.
And you
back
been
up.
being
Yeah.
in the way, you
Yes.
get hurt too.
Yeah.
By
Yeah,
being
exactly.
in the way.
Yeah.
You get hurt.
You
get
take on the-
used. You
the
take
fire.
on the fire.
Yeah.
And I just want my sisters to know, move.
Yeah.
Move.
Get out
we
the way.
having this
Get out the
conversation so
way.
you all can move.
Yeah.
Understand that there were some things in your life that you might need to have that
Yeah.
one-on-one
Yeah.
with God. You got to have that relationship.
You have
Let's
to
talk
have
about
that.
that. Find you some help. See what in you that keeps attracting these type of people, or that you keep being attracted to them type of people. Do that. Did we hit number one?
That
Number
was
one
number
was
one.
number one was a relationship with God.
Relationship
I'm sorry,
with
you got a
God.
relationship with God. Then start working on you, seeing why you're doing these things. What deal with your background.
Yeah, you got to.
See where that hurt is in you. See
You
where
have
you
to.
need to be repaired at in
Yeah.
you. Then let go. Move, let go and let God. And the things that are in your life, I don't care if it's business relationships, friendships, any kind of ships
Yeah,
that is not
situationships.
situationships,
Yep.
anything that is not God's will for you, you're going to have to let go. And
Now-
when you let that go, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's so easy.
gonna hurt.
Baby, sometimes you're going to be at home by
It's gonna hurt.
looking at the walls.
Yep.
Now, mind you, everything that I have to do, if you heard them, they're not joking. I'm booked every day this week for something.
Yeah.
And have been since last week. But when the doors are closed and you are home by
By
yourself,
yourself.
that thing will try to attach itself to you. And if you don't have the right relationship, if you don't have some nuggets, if you don't have no word in you to say, you know what, no weapon form. No weapon.
Yeah.
You know what? If it's no more than the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
But you gotta
you
believe
got
it.
to
You
believe
have
it.
to believe
but
it.
you have to start saying.
Yeah.
You got to
You
practice
have
it
to-
too. It's
Yep.
just like you said. You working on thinking. Okay, no matter how small it is, I got to remember. God, is this
Lord,
it?
is
Lord,
this
is this
it?
it?
Yep.
You got to
Show me
feed
which
your
way to
spirit
go.
like that too. You got to
Absolutely.
feed it like that. So then you complete. You complete. And it's not easy. I'm not sitting here. I don't want nobody to go away from here today and feel like, oh, she got it all together. No, sometimes I have my days. I might call my pusher out of
Yep.
nowhere. And surround yourself with God-like minded people. And it don't have to be a big group. It could be one or two.
One or two, boo.
One or two. Because the Bible say where one or two. He's in
Gather.
the midst.
Come on.
Okay. It don't take a whole village. You don't need everybody to know your business. Quit posting all your business on Facebook. Quit
Come on.
posting all your business on Instagram
on.
and everything. Post to God. God, this what happened.
Yes,
God, I'm feeling
post
like this
on
right
his
now.
wall.
Post
Come
on
on.
his wall. I'm feeling like this
Get in
right now.
his
I'm feeling
DMs.
some type of way. You know, I'm being transparent as possible, as much from childhood to what I said, situationships.
Yeah. And you know what? I love
And-
that you coming from a perspective of a single person.
Yeah.
Because as a single person, I mean, I can remember when I was single, but now we 7 years in
Yeah.
as married. So a lot of times we speak and it seems like we only speak on marriage. But as a single woman, you saying sometimes I go home and I cry, or I go home and
Right.
be wondering why I don't
Why?
have nobody.
Yeah.
Like all this stuff that you have me doing, all of the things that I feel like I'm great at. When people see me, they love seeing me. But when I
Right.
come home and I close my door,
It's
I'm
just
by
me.
myself. It's
So
just me.
I'm gonna
So
ask you a question,
how I'm
Erica.
so fabulous over here and I'm not over here.
Right.
And you'll get the questioning yourself. And when you by yourself, that enemy will try to play on your mind.
Yep.
So you have to have that word
And
embedded.
take
You
you
have
back
to
to your
have
childhood
it.
to
Yes,
make you
you
think
have
that
to have
you are
him
not
to
loved.
come over that.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
Make you feel none love.
I'm gonna ask you a question,
Sure.
Erica. What was some of, because you said you noticed the narcissism. You noticed what was some of the things that you noticed while you were dating that said, okay, that's a red flag?
Well, see, I'm a listener, and I will even tell you, I listen to you. Do you? If you trying to make me give away game on me?
Come on now.
Come on, give it away. Give it
If
away.
I
Get the game
say,
away.
You know, I listen to everything you say, right? You know, I hear you, right? That means you have said something that was a lie because I've caught you in it, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to bring it up. I'm just letting you know I listen to you.
I listen.
You know, I listen to you. I hear everything you say. I'm always listening. I don't come back after every little thing. I don't jump on every little thing. I just let you know as nice as possible. I'm listening. But in Erica language is, no, that's not what you said the other day about that same
lying.
situation.
Yeah.
So you start catching, it just be the little things and you be
Yeah.
like, wow, that was unnecessary. Wait a minute. And then if your behavior change, see, men are creatures of, yeah,
creatures
y'all
of
don't really,
habit.
creatures of habit. Y'all
Yeah.
really don't change. When you start seeing these little changes of time or the different things or
Only call you,
didn't
now
miss
at a certain time.
yeah,
You used
or
to
just
call me
different
all
things,
the time.
and you're like, But some of them are good enough that you be like, oh well, you can't pay attention to time. You got to pay attention to everything, and that's how I am now because of what I go through.
Yeah.
I'll be like, and I don't have to say nothing all the time, but it's the little.
Yeah.
Little things, the little
things.
changes. And when you start seeing those changes and you start seeing those lies come together, and then that's why you start saying,
Hey, Tiffany on here.
So when you see those red flags, what's your response? Do you stay?
you
or do
cover
you
them
go?
up. You
You
cover
do.
them up. And this is why
And we talk
sometimes
about
we
Erica
cover
B.
them up. We talk about Erica B. This is why we cover them up sometimes, because your insecurities of that love starts coming in. And you
Yeah.
start saying, well, you know what? Everybody got issues. Okay, just let them know. Look, that's not right. We're not going to do this.
Yeah.
You start, trying to say, okay, well, and then you start reflecting on your own self. Well, you're not that perfect either, sis. Now, you are getting a little more seasoned. Everybody ain't gonna come right. It ain't that many more to pick from. Well, you
that,
ain't
yeah.
getting them many choices anyway. And you start putting your own self down, or you start making these
Wow,
own
yes.
excuses
Yeah.
to stay there,
To stay there,
because
exactly.
you feel like, I don't know if I can. Well, it's not that bad, or do I even want to try again?
Yeah, at
do
least
I even
I
want
know
Well, I already know this crazy person.
I know this crazy. I don't.
I said the
you know,
same
let
thing.
me
Lord have
see.
mercy,
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know. And you start making up things. You start making up stuff to stay that in your mind is a good reason. And ain't none of them no good. It's matter of fact, it's almost crazy. It's almost crazy if we be real with ourselves.
Yeah.
You just talked yourself into staying in
A
a
bad
liar's
situation.
presence, in a bad situation,
Yeah.
in a person that does not have good intentions for you.
Yep.
Because obviously they're here, there, everywhere. So they don't have to say, they're not even compatible. And when you start thinking about it, ladies, of where you at and where God has you and where you're going, and then you start realizing, what was I
You
thinking?
off. It's like I was
we
on
are
this
unequally
path.
yoked. We are
Right, and now
you
you
will
got me
allow that
all over
nonsense
here. Right.
to move you.
But guess what's gonna happen though?
To move you.
You on the path when you by yourself. You get with this man.
Right.
Now he start taking you all over here, and then when that's
You
done,
find
guess
your
what?
language changing.
Guess
you
what?
find your
You gotta
actions
come back
changing.
to the
You went from
path.
holy ha to cussing.
By the time you done over here, you gotta come back to the path, but you gotta come back by yourself.
Yes.
You got to deal with you now, because
Yes.
God still wants you on that path.
Yes.
And then you get with somebody else, and all of a sudden you done veered off over here.
Yeah.
But every time you have to face yourself and come back by
Face
yourself.
yourself.
At some point, though, you have to be like, okay, why am I so quick to get off the path? When I get with a man.
Yeah.
Now there has to be somebody out there, because God says, I will give you the desires of your heart. It's like a gift.
Right.
So I gave you the desire to want to be with someone. I gave you the desire to want to be loved. So what's going to happen now is, because I gave that to you, that means that I obviously have to have somebody that will give you everything to meet that desire, because I'm not no God that play with you like
Come
that.
on. I'm not a
But
God
what
that
we
lies.
do is we end up
We
with
get
the
to pick
wrong people,
with the
because in
wrong
our
picker,
heads,
with the broke
we
picker.
see that there's a limit supply.
Right.
There's not that many out there, like you said. Well, and you give all of these excuses as to why to stay with the wrong person. Now, it's different when you married, because now that you have come to in a covenant agreement, it's some things now you have to do differently. You, when you're single and when you're dating, you could just decide, okay, we can't be together no more.
Right.
It's gonna hurt.
Right.
You're gonna probably cry. I don't care how old you are, and you're gonna go through your moment. You know, you're gonna want to pick the phone back up when he called, but you're gonna have to swipe it to the red or block him. You're gonna have to do what you got to do. But
Right.
when you're married, you're gonna have to say, okay, God,
Yeah.
I need your help.
Yeah.
Because this is a to death do you part type situation.
And that's where y'all come in, because see, when you locked in, you locked in.
That's
You,
that's
you know,
why
that's
a lot of
different
people
way.
don't want to get married.
But you
That's
know,
right.
the whole thing is, a lot of times we get, and this is what women have to understand. You've been created for a simple purpose, and a lot of times you can't get into a relationship to fulfill a need. You have to get into a relationship to help fulfill a purpose.
Yeah.
There it is.
There's
Say
a
that
purpose.
again, babe.
You can't get into a relationship to fulfill a need. You got to get into a relationship to help
To
fulfill a purpose, because God created and designed the man with a purpose.
With
and
a
you've been
purpose.
created to help fulfill that purpose.
Fulfill it.
So
Put
when
that
you help,
question on y'all list.
so when you help fulfill that
on.
purpose, then you are meeting needs.
Right.
My God.
You are meeting needs.
That's a question we need on our list, ladies, because I always tell people, and
What's
my
your
sister Lisa
purpose?
is on here and she understands when I say that I am like a submissive person because I'm from the old school. I
Yeah.
watched my grandma.
Gotcha.
And,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
my
yeah.
mama didn't have that. Like, my mama didn't have the marriage, and like I said, the single mom. But
Gotcha.
I watched the other women in our family, like all her sisters. Everybody else was. I mean, I've had the same uncle or the same aunt
Yeah.
all my life. They've
Yeah.
been there, ain't nobody gone or whatever.
Yeah.
But ask the question, and so I'm used to I'm the. You know, you gotta serve, you gotta take care. That's just me.
Gotcha.
I ain't telling nobody to go out there and be happy Susie man. If y'all, because you know these
Yeah.
new school women, they be like, "Baby, I ain't mixing your plate. You go on and fix it."
Yeah.
That's not me.
Gotcha,
Like I'm the
gotcha.
plate fixer. I'm gonna take
Yeah,
care of
take
my baby.
care of
Gotta
your
have
plate,
his
yeah.
stuff, his lunches,
Yeah.
whatever. That's just
on,
me.
my
Come
God.
on, come on.
I'm
Oh,
old school
Y'all
like
men
that.
that's gonna
But
watch
what
this
y'all
later.
need
All
to-
right now.
y'all need to ask the question, because a lot of people be like, "Women not submissive." I always ask, "Well, what's your mission?"
That's it.
Because I can't be under nothing that ain't got no good mission.
So-
And how I'm gonna be submissive?
Come on.
Sub is to be under.
Be under.
Missive
Your
is the
mission.
mission. So if he doesn't have a good mission,
Yeah.
why would I be up under you?
The only thing us to be under is
Under-
your feet.
There you go.
You can.
And
get
so
walked
if
on.
that's a question we need to start asking. What's your mission?
What's your mission?
Like they asking, oh, well, what you do? What's your mission?
Yeah.
Meaning, what's your purpose?
What is
like
I'm
my
gonna
brother
be
over here
under?
said.
Right.
What's your purpose?
Yeah.
Because I can't help you fulfill the purpose if you don't have a purpose.
And a
I
lot
can't
of
help
us get
be under the
married.
mission and be
Yeah.
behind you, pushing you with the mission if you don't have a
Yep.
mission.
And a lot
That
of
you
us,
asked
you
what
know
was one of
what?
the things, that was one of the questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they never could say
We
exactly
couldn't.
what the
Yeah.
mission was. It would be something here, something there, something here, something there.
gotta
And
know.
I'd be like, okay, well, let's get behind
You
that
gotta know.
idea. Well, let's get behind this
And
idea.
you try to be
What-
supportive
I'm trying to be supportive.
of
And I would
them
be like,
trying
okay,
to
well,
figure
that's
out
the
what
idea
they
you want to go with?
purpose is.
Okay, let's go. And I'm that type of chick where, okay, you want the trucking business? Oh, shoot, you ain't saying nothing. Okay, let's go. We got to get this,
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the information.
Yeah.
Come on, let's go. What you want to do? What you
Wow.
need next?
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, I seen a building and I was thinking about, okay, well, let's look into that.
The plug.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's
Yeah.
go. The resource. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay to say
Yeah,
yes.
It's okay to say yes.
That's
I'm the
it's
resource.
okay to say yes. It's
Erica, you a good woman. You gonna make somebody listen, y'all men. Y'all know y'all are watching this. These women don't come around often.
Not too often.
They don't come around often because
right.
it's be like, whatever you do, I don't care.
But see, and that's the thing though, because when the wrong one come, you have so much to give. But you have to be,
and you jump
have to
in
make
because
sure
you think,
your
oh,
discernment-
finally. And
Yep,
that's what I do. I
finally.
go, oh, finally. Okay, let's go. I'm all in. Let's
Yep.
do it. And
How's that work for
I
you so far though?
I'm on this couch, aren't I? Ain't we talking about this?
Yeah.
Do it look like it worked?
Exactly.
Push up.
But yeah,
That's why at the end of the day, baby, you're gonna have to say, okay, let me turn that switch off.
Yes.
I'm not all
but you
in
can't
yet.
expect her to turn who she is
No,
off.
I'm not asking her to turn who she is off. I'm asking her to turn her perspective of the situation off.
Right.
Your perspective
Right.
is
I gotta stay focused on
finally
God
somebody
and
got
everything He got
somebody
for
got
me.
their eyes on me. I'm all in. Your perspective should be, okay, I'm so valuable
There you go.
that I have to first figure out what is it that you're here for.
Right.
Like I'm not saying stop being Erica, because you're gonna be all in anyway. But at least be all in once you realize that what you all in about is worthy
Exactly.
of who God has made you and created you to be.
Exactly.
And a lot of these women out here want a man just when they dating, they want a man to do for them. I need a man to do this for me. I need a man to do that for me. But actually, it's not like that when it comes to kingdom.
I just believe where she is right now in her life, especially and her level of experience and her level of understanding the red flags and her level of understanding what don't work. I believe that this is just me, and I believe you don't change who you are, because when the right one comes along, it's just gonna fit.
Right.
It's like TD Jake said it.
Right. Okay.
It's a key. You know how the key ridges?
Yeah.
If it's the right lock, you're gonna be able to fit them troubled ridges into a troubled keyhole, and it's going to fit in there, and it's going to lock and turn.
I definitely understand.
It's going to turn. It's going to fit.
I definitely understand. However, I just don't agree totally.
Okay, that's fine. That's real talk.
Reason being is this: as a woman, we can't keep doing the same thing expecting a different result. That's called anybody. Being crazy.
That's anybody.
I'm saying, but as a woman, we love. God did not say women love your husbands. They say respect them, because what we do automatically is we love them.
Yeah, because he's built us to be nourishers.
So I'm not asking you to change who you are. What I'm asking you is to be wise.
Sean say change the perspective. That's good.
Change, yeah. Because as women, we can't change who we are. You heard me stutter.
Right.
We can't change who we are. Only thing we can do is be wise about our decision making at this point, with a different perspective of who you are.
Yes.
You got to know, like we were talking the other day, you got to know that the value God has. He said, I put treasure in earthen vessels. What's my earthen vessel? My earth suit. This what he created me, for my soul and my spirit to live inside of. What you see, he says, I put treasure in there, and the treasure I put in there is valuable. It's not like gold, because he used gold to pave streets with in heaven.
Okay,
so gold is not valuable. That for him.
Exactly,
it's more valuable than gold. It's more valuable than silver. But you have to know that.
Yes,
and once you truly know that, then when the wrong person come along,
you truly know that,
you will realize fool's gold, because fool's gold, he don't even pay his streets for that. He paid his streets with real gold.
Janine,
I want to tell everybody, please. Y'all see I'm already, as they say, full and overflowing. Yes. So I am still celebrating my birthday. So on July the 23rd, there is a women's conference. It's open to men as well. And it is called Living Your Best Life with Christ. I am one of the speakers. Yes. And if you enjoy tonight, this is only a tad bit, because I'm going to talk to you. I'm not going to be preaching. I'm going to talk to you. Yes. I'm going to talk to y'all about living your best life with Christ, because I'm telling you, since I have changed some things, since this has been some new things, you're going to get some more tools. We're going to get some more tools. Okay. Yeah. So it is at 12700 Wood Forest on the July the 23rd at 4 p.m. Right. Please come in. You can follow me on Erica Bolden, Facebook or Instagram, EBHM_swag. You will see a flyer there. Hit them up. Let them know. If you don't have my information, please, I want y'all to be there. And please also follow me or go to my website, oksayyes.org. It's a nonprofit organization, like I said. Yes, it's a nonprofit organization. We help the less fortunate. We are also getting ready to build our mobile shower. So please contribute. Come out if you know donators or just want to contribute or be in an event with us where we are working or volunteer or anything. Please, oksayyes.org. That is my organization. Right. Y'all help us out.
It's an awesome organization.
And I'm a Christian counselor.
I want you to
so
Mia made a statement. I want to read real quick.
Read it.
Yeah, I want you to read it.
And I wanted to say something about her truck, the shower she had for homeless people. We're gonna talk about that later. But listen, she said in the biblical days, the man had to work to marry the woman. The father made the requirements. When there was no father figure, the older women made the requirements. Nowadays, we go based on feelings and what we see. We need to get back to make the man prove he finds value in what he is getting. Now, you know what? I like that, and I'm gonna give that a heart, because if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Come on.
We need to bring the requirements back, not necessarily
Because you're the value. You just said it. Everything.
Because even if I'm going through something, my mother still sees value in me. My father still sees value in me, even when I can't see it. So if when my husband went to my father to ask for my hand in marriage, my father already knew the value that was in me, and he felt it that Jesse would be that person to be able to cultivate and take me from where I was to where I needed to be in Christ and otherwise, because my father knew I was stubborn at times, and I was one of them. I was a boss, and he didn't even ask Jesse, "You sure that's what you want to do?" Them other guys, he'd be like, "Are you sure?" Because he already knew that I was strong-willed. But he knew that Jesse would be that guy. So we need to get back to where we're not going on feelings and what we see face
emotions.
value. Emotions, yeah. Because what you see, the woman that you see here, that's telling her story about the pain from being raised, being abused, being in everybody's home, and how God helped her to see differently, that now she views it where y'all was there to protect me.
Yes.
I was in everybody's house because y'all saw things y'all couldn't say, but y'all knew that y'all could do at least one thing that would say, "Come over here."
Right.
It's things that God can show you. Being in relationships that you know is not right, and finally you see it when you hadn't seen it before. God opened up your eyes to be able to, so now you can see this guy is not
Janine
good
wrote
for
something
me.
real quick. I want you to
And,
read.
Go ahead.
And with all of that being said, that's the you that nobody could see.
Yeah.
Because all they could see was the smile
They
and you
always
on stage and the acting and the things that you do in the community.
Right.
You said Janine wrote something. Hey Janine, how are you? She says, change your perspective. Woo! That's what she said. She said, apply wisdom. Janine says, when love almost lost me, book will be available. Oh, Janine has a book out. And well, she said it's going to be on Amazon.
Available via Amazon.
This week. Y'all listen, go to find Janine Harris. Follow her on Facebook. She's a phenomenal powerhouse. And she says, when love almost lost me, that's the name of her book. It will be coming to Amazon starting this week. Y'all, we have to support one another.
Yeah.
We have to be there for one another, because you never know what people have below the surface. You never know. So there it is. There's the book.
So listen, y'all. These women are
That's actually
powerful.
my logo.
And,
that's I'm sorry. It's okay to say yes. You're right. It's okay to say yes logo. In the hands of holding the love, her and that love. Okay, go ahead, Pastor Jay.
Yeah, so listen, y'all. I'm usually not this quiet, but we got two powerhouses in here. Tiffany R. Sings is on. Hey, what's up, sis?
Love you, girl.
Hey, girl.
We love
That's
you,
my
Tiff.
girl.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Erica came on here and literally, I mean,
Destroyed.
she preached the house down. She really did.
Destroyed.
We thank God for her ministry. We thank
That's
God for her
right.
life. And we also we thank God for her testimony.
That's right.
Because it's our testimony that we overcome.
We overcome by the words
And
of our
also when we
testimony.
give our testimony, it really blesses a lot of people, because you never know that somebody else is going through the same thing that we probably just got delivered out of.
It's
So,
not just for you.
Yes,
You
it
didn't
is
go
for
through
you.
it just for you.
Yes,
That's
that's
right.
right.
You went through it to bring somebody else
My
out.
Aunt Doris was on here and said yes, it was a
Doris.
blessing. Yeah, so
And y'all listen, if there's any married women out there who needs counsel, I am a life coach. I counsel women who are single. I'm her pusher. I counsel
That's my
her.
pusher.
I counsel women who are married. But you have to be willing to listen, because God has something he has to tell you. If you come my way, it's something he has
Thank
to
you,
tell you.
Janine. Thank
But
you
it's
so much.
something you have to be mindful of, that it may not look like what you're used to hearing. But there's some answers for you.
we love you more, Tiff.
There's some answers for you. So
I'm sorry, I'm talking over my wife,
no,
but I'm
you
just saying.
baby, you good. You've been doing that. So
Listen, y'all, listen. This hour, I swear we need more time. You know, this hour goes so fast. I mean, it
does.
goes so fast. But listen, y'all, Our website will finally be up in a couple of days. We've been working hard about that. Listen, y'all. Thank God for these guys that make this possible every week,
Sacred
y'all.
Stone
My boy
Studios.
Quincy, my
Yes.
boy Marcus. Y'all hit them up. Sacred
Hit
Stone
them
Studios for any of your media needs. Recording,
Keisha
everything.
and Scooter are on the line.
My
We love y'all,
peoples,
man. I love
my
man.
Atlanta folk.
Yes.
Man, Atlanta is home. We
That's
love
my
y'all.
backbone
we didn't
right
forget,
there.
man. And love you, Lisa Stewart. I can't really see
Sinet.
Lisa Sinet.
Lisa Sinet, thank you.
Yes.
Love
My
you.
sister.
Thank you
Yes,
for supporting.
we love-
that's
that's
sis.
Lisa, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
girl.
We love Lisa.
What's going on, Lisa Lace?
Charlene, hello, darling. How are you?
So
Charlene
listen.
Hodges, that's my other sister.
So
That's my
listen,
little
y'all.
sister.
We're working. We getting with these guys, and we really working on bringing Shift Real Talk to a live show.
To live.
To
So if
where
you want to be
we're
a
live band,
audience member,
The
please hit
audience
us in
member,
our
we working
DMs.
on that right now,
Yes.
man. You know, and there's a lot of things happening, but the whole point that we doing. Hey, Kia, my daughter.
Hey, baby.
Well, the whole purpose of why we're doing what we're doing is to build kingdom.
To build
Yes.
the kingdom.
This is we our desire, especially for Shift Real Talk,
Spread love.
is to build kingdom. It's to build the kingdom of God and to really bring people to being kingdom minded.
Kingdom
Yes.
minded.
And really taking religion to
Yeah.
another level, taking religion to a level where it's going to be building kingdom and understanding the purpose of kingdom
And
building.
building kingdom.
Right.
So we thank God. We
citizens.
thank God for our sis coming in today,
Yeah.
y'all. We got to
Thank
give her a
you.
hand, y'all.
Yes, it's
Thank
okay
you. Thank you.
to
And I want to
say
thank everybody
yes.
that tuned in.
Yeah.
I see y'all. Charlene, Lisa, Cherie, Val, Sean, everybody. I see all y'all on here.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
so much. Thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for telling everybody. I don't want to call all names because I don't want to miss nobody. I just want to tell y'all thank y'all so much for
Everybody.
y'all supporting
That's
y'all
right.
prayers, because the ones that's close to me know I was kind of like, I don't want to.
Right.
Y'all know this not my
But
thing.
sometimes your story.
Man,
is
I
your
went
story
to
is
we went
to
to
help
see
somebody
Erica in a
else.
play.
Yeah.
What was that? The last play you was in?
The Music
music-
Hotel
Oh my
by
God.
AWJ Production.
She was a
Yes, honey.
beast.
AWJ Productions.
AWJ
Check her out here in
Productions.
Houston,
She was a
Texas.
beast in that play.
Y'all,
I mean, she's a beast
Right.
actor anyway, but she was a beast in that play.
Y'all
y'all.
listen, we definitely, our time has run short.
Yes, it has.
But I just want to say we love you so much. Do not forget, share. Share this content with somebody who you know needs help in understanding that God got you.
Right.
It's answers out here for you.
Yeah.
Okay?
And you're not by yourself.
You're not alone.
Channel
Not
49
by yourself.
TV. Channel49tv.com
On Sundays
at 8 o'clock.
At
This
8
will
o'clock.
be airing again.
YouTube
on
channel
Sunday.
Shift Real Talk. Find all the videos there and listen. Tell somebody about Shift Real Talk Tuesdays. I want to see how many people are going to share. We love you so much. Until next time, until next Tuesday.
for watching.